The Wyrick family's supernatural journey. In 1978, the Wyrick family moved into what they believed was their dream home, a modest two-story farmhouse nestled on the edge of Ellerslie, Georgia. It was quiet, surrounded by trees, with enough space for young Heidi Wyrick to play, and for Andy and Lisa Wyrick to finally raise their daughter in peace. But peace was the last thing they would find. It all began with Heidi, just 8 years old, when she started talking to an imaginary friend named Mr. Gordy. At first her parents thought it was normal. After all, plenty of children invent playmates. But Heidi described Mr. Gordy in strange, vivid detail, an elderly man with white hair, a black suit, and a limp in his left leg. When Lisa casually mentioned it to a neighbor, the woman turned pale. She told Lisa that Mr. James Gordy had really existed. He was the former owner of the property and had died in 1974, 4 years before the Wyricks moved in. Things escalated from there. Heidi began describing another man she called Con, a bloody-handed figure with a stern face and bandaged arms. She said Con would appear in the hallway near her room and just watch her, silent, staring. One day she came screaming from the woods behind their home with scratches on her arms. When asked what happened, she said, "Con was mad at me because I wouldn't follow him." Andy, a military man and skeptic by nature, dismissed it all at first, until the doors started slamming shut by themselves. Footsteps echoed in the upstairs hallway when no one was there. The TV would turn on at full volume in the dead of night. Then came the most terrifying moment of all. Late one evening, Lisa awoke to the sound of whispering, soft, almost melodic. She followed the sound down the hall, only to find Heidi standing in the middle of the kitchen, her eyes open but blank. "He's here," Heidi said, her voice flat. Lisa, trembling, asked, "Who?" "The Dark One," Heidi whispered. From that night on, things got worse. Shadows moved where light should have been. Heidi would fall into trances, drawing symbols she didn't understand. Lisa was scratched down her back while showering, 3 deep gouges that bled through her shirt. They called in a local priest to bless the house, but as the priest stood in the hallway, praying aloud, a picture frame flew off the wall and shattered at his feet. He stopped immediately. "This isn't just a haunting," he warned. "This is a gateway. Something is coming through this house." The family reached out to renowned psychic Chip Coffey, who later confirmed the presence of multiple spirits, some benign, like Mr. Gordy, and some ancient, malevolent. Whatever lived in that house, it had attached itself to the Wyricks, especially Heidi. Eventually they moved, left everything behind. But even years later, in their new home, Heidi would sometimes stop in the middle of the hallway, turn her head slightly, and smile at something no one else could see. When asked what she was looking at, she'd simply say, "Mr. Gordy says hi." The Wyrick family's story was so chilling, it inspired the 2013 film A Haunting in Georgia. Whether you believe it or not, one thing's for sure: some friendships never die. If you enjoyed this haunting tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling stories.